Wow, are they finally coming around? This seems to be a trend these past few days, or maybe this past month, where the media seems to kind of understand what the problem is. Now, this is part of it. The whole Pokemon. We gotta collect one of every little diversity, whatever. That is part of it. But this video, and we'll get into full spoilers for Terminator 6, 3, whatever the crap they're calling it. Turn off the video right now if you don't want spoilers. But man, if you want to hear me rip into them, then stay tuned because of this. Now, I did review Terminator 6, aka Terminator 3, the do-over, the big oopsie, and you know, I was probably pretty easy on it because I did call in a favor and I didn't want to seem ungrateful for not having to pay my own money to see this Pokemon nightmare of a movie. Now, is it all bad? No, it's not all bad. If you have no attachment to the Terminator, you're probably going to enjoy it. But if you're somebody like me, and I got get a little close to the microphone here for emphasis, who grew up watching the originals and watching John Connor as a childhood crush, I was exactly the right age when Terminator 2 came out. I was 12 years old when that movie came out, and yeah. Why they had to go the route they did. Well, let's hear this article, and then I gotta tear into this. I really gotta tear into this. It's the still yet to be disproven axiom "get woke, go broke" chalked up another win for itself this weekend with the underwhelming box office performance of the ultra-feminist Terminator: Dark Fate. It wasn't so much an ultra-feminist one. I think it just happened to. It wasn't nearly as hateful as Ghostbusters 2016 in a lot of ways. It wasn't nearly as, I would say disgusting to the franchise as a Ghostbusters 2016 would have been. That being said, it's not a good movie, and it's really, really not worth anybody's time here. Despite the return of producer James Cameron and the return of Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Forbes reports that the sci-fi action sequel pulled in a horrific $10.6 million on Friday, and is now tracking for a lousy $27 million opening weekend with an inflated budget of $185 million, not including another $100 million in marketing costs. You know, usually it's double what the production is, anywhere from a third to twice. I've seen a crap ton of promotion for this movie too. There's just a crap ton of it. Makes it the lowest profiting Terminator in the franchise's history. Well, they're already calling it a flop because, like I keep saying, they only care about opening weekend numbers, right? Also, YouTube has recently unsubscribed a lot of people. Make sure you're still subscribed and the bell's still checked. Share the video if you do enjoy my content. It really, really helps a lot. Forbes has more. Why am I not just reading Forbes' article? Fine, I like your title better. We'll give you the click because I like your title better. And Mendelsohn... Ooh, Mendelsohn. I do have his article pulled up here. But if you look at Mendelsohn there, just that little shit-eating grin he's got on his face. No. I like this article's wording better, I think. Terminator Dark Fate faced Judgment Day once again yesterday, earning just $10.6 million. You know, that's fine. I'm okay with it not doing so well, because guess what? Hashtag movies are not mandatory. We do not have to see every single movie just because Hollywood says we do. And if they really, really think that, then, you know, Hollywood is the perfect place for the insanity that goes on there.
I just see people, and I just play people.
Hollywood, you're crazy. We don't have to see every one of your movies. We really, really don't. How'd this happen? How could one of the most beloved sci-fi action franchises in movie history become such a flop? Well, let's see. You made spoilers. You killed off John fucking Connor in the first 5 minutes. That is part of it. Not only that, not only that, you made everything irrelevant. You're like, oh, well, oopsie, everything that happened in T2 doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter because something else will just come along. Something else will just come along, right? See, they made, and they agree with me. According to Society Reviews, Terminator Dark Fate flips everything people loved about Sarah Connor's story on its head in the name of third wave feminism, rendering the events of T1 and T2 meaningless. Let's not beat around the bush. Terminator Dark Fate is an unoriginal disgrace on just about every level. The very fiber of this film comes off as someone who is ashamed of the foundation of this franchise that does not fit their current day intersectional feminist worldview, so they decided to change it by repealing and replacing everything that felt problematic with more progressive, friendly elements. Let's start off with John Connor. Tim Miller. Hashtag justice for John Connor. You baited us and you switched us and you've built this up. Ever since the spoilers were dropped and leaks online, the leaks were out there saying John Connor gets killed off. Then we started hearing these reports of, oh, no, that tested poorly, so they're going to reshoot it. Edward Furlong's on set, etc., etc., etc. Just to still kill him off in the first 5 minutes, like his life didn't mean anything, like the whole movies were pointless. Why do we care if your movies are pointless? Why do we treat him like a hero if you're just going to make him a Terminator in one and make him irrelevant in the next? Why does it matter anymore? That is your problem. You don't care about the stuff. You don't care about your source material. And if you don't care about your source material, we are not going to spend money on your non-mandatory crapping piece of shit movie. Now, that being said, let's see what else they're saying too. Oh, I gotta remember to breathe. It's just a movie. I knew I'd be angrier. As I let it sit, right? As I let it fester and develop and ferment in my brain that this movie that was, it had moments. It did. I'll give it that. Mackenzie Davis, I do like. The acting was fine. I liked some of Sarah Connor's lines. Then they do everything that's just wrong. It's another perfect example of, but you could have had a good one here. You could have had the best action comeback movie ever. And you could have even done it with John Connor. You could have even done it with Edward Furlong as John Connor. Okay, so let's say, they save the world. Now what? Well, he's got his mom who's crazy. They're hiding out down in Mexico. She's still Sarah Connor, she's still looking extremely changed. She still is that chick who busted out of the mental hospital in T2, right? John Connor can still break into ATMs and drive motorcycles and stuff. He's still a badass. He's still kind of amazing. Well, what does that do when you're led up to be the leader of the resistance that never happens? You end up a drunk, broke, alcoholic drug addict somewhere doing whatever, right? They could make him a disgrace and just give him that chance to redeem himself again by whatever. They could even say, oh, now you have to protect this new chick. They could keep it diverse, could keep it, marketed to the very large Hispanic population in the United States. They could keep it as that, because that's what this movie really does. It panders to the Mexican descended people in the United States. That's who it really is kind of marketed to. Because I'm hearing on both accounts, I'm hearing some people who really, really like that for that aspect, and I'm hearing a lot of other people who are offended that they feel pandered to, and that they feel like, no, why did you change that just for us? Because we already have, you have every Hispanic actor who's famous except for Diego Luna and Danny Trejo. That's about it. You got everybody else, right? But no, they could have made it like that, and they could have made it where Sarah Connor still is out there, and they have a strained relationship because he wants nothing to do with her, because she ruined his life, and nobody believes him, and nobody understands, and now he's all, yeah, I was supposed to do this, and then nothing, and now what? You can make him a beach bum. You can make him anything. You could have Edward Furlong looking the way he does now and just, I wouldn't kick him out of bed now. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. Childhood crush. You can kind of overlook some of the stuff. For this movie that they gave us. And then not only that, that was the only move, says Tim Miller. Not only that, they've got him calling. He's like, oh, it would be a pathetic excuse of a thing. No, I don't think it would. You've got every other broken hero, and instead of just leaving them the broken hero or just taking him out like a little bitch, you could have done something. You could have brought them back. You could have given them something to redeem themselves, because guess what? There's so many of us in this age group that grew up with this who need that little bit of boost, right? We need hey, we haven't done shit with our lives, and we need something to say, hey, it's not too late. We can still redeem ourselves. We can still be that. You could have made that movie. You got 60-year-old Linda Hamilton in there. You could have all of these things. And that is what is so disgusting about this movie. That is what, I mean, the way they treat these characters. Not only that, James Cameron fully crapping on board with that. It's James Cameron's idea. Oh, that was my idea, Cameron says, phoning in from New Zealand on the set of Avatar 2 and Avatar 3. That was my idea. Fuck Avatar. No. Avatar was not that good of a movie anyway. It was Pocahontas with fucking Smurfs. I don't care. No, this is just so heartbreaking to see this crap. And no, I'm probably the three people who cannot stand Avatar. Could not stand Avatar, because it's the same damn movie I've seen a million times over. I've already seen it. I didn't need to see that again. And you know what? Terminator is the same movie over and over again. Do something different with the franchise instead of just remaking it and swapping it off just for a bunch of woke points, because that's all you've got then. Then you've got, let me see if I can pull it up here. You've just got your double shiny race and gender swap Pokemon. So now now John Connor is a 4'8" Mexican girl, right? And you know, I'm not saying that as you know, that's just where she's from, right? I'm not saying that as like a slur, because a lot of people think that too. A lot of people think that. Oh, this is just infuriating. It was his idea. The guy literally dreamed up the Skynet and future and directed the first two Terminator films, both verifiable sci-fi action classics. It was his idea, okay? Don't blame the messenger. Oh no, Tim Miller went along with it. You know, this, like, they're going back and forth blaming each other for this, because they know that was probably one of the biggest turnoffs of this movie. One of the biggest turnoffs. Not only that, Terminator is so past its prime anyway, right? Terminator should have been terminated 20 years ago. T1 and 2 would have been a nice little wrap up, and now they could have brought it back. They could have brought it back now, like Train Spotting, which I really loved the sequel for Train Spotting, by the way. They could have done something like that. There are times, Cobra Kai, you could bring back these old you could have him make him a Johnny Lawrence, for crying out loud. Look at Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai was successful when they were filming this piece of crap. Why they could not have gone the Cobra Kai route, I have no idea. Not only that, they took away Arnold's dick, like literally, with this whole, oh, we have sex. I have sex with this lady, but it's not, or no, we don't have sex. It's completely platonic. I just change your kid's diapers and raise her kid, but we don't have sex. Oh, for crying out loud. You could have even done that line better. They could have even done that better and said, oh yeah, she just gets on top. Because that was the whole thing. It's like, oh, that's your wife? She would have noticed you weigh 400 pounds and you're made of metal and you never sleep. Oh, it's not like that. I just change the kids' diapers and and I listen. Seriously, fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Not only that, Linda Hamilton, of course, there's a little more here. Linda Hamilton was upset and crying on the film here during the opening scene. Terminator Dark Fate's opening scene made Linda Hamilton cry. It made me pissed. It really did. It really did. Hamilton was on set that day, but she wasn't actually in the scene. A body double, actress as the young Sarah, ready to have a digitally de-aged face added afterward, and Hamilton wasn't keen on Sarah's depiction on the pivotal, but see, she didn't even like it. Blessings to all, but I was just so upset that I didn't really have anything to do with it. Sarah was not putting up the fight that was written in the scene. I'm like, no. My body would be doing different things, more fierce. She's not just going to let him knock her away. She'd be biting him. She'd be grabbing his arms, not that arm. Grab the arm with a gun. It wasn't made by me, and it really hurt. I cried my eyes out when I got home, remembers Hamilton, when I caught up with her in London to talk about the film. I was the one who said, I'm coming in with my gray hair, Linda Hamilton says. Linda Hamilton does not have gray hair yet, but I didn't want to be compared to myself 27 years ago. Hamilton describes the dyeing of her hair as one of the hardest parts of the movie. So she had to, not only did she have to, they aged her up a little bit. They did. In Judgment Day, there's action, but this is basically running away. Yeah, it was basically running away. It was basically running away, letting him murder John Connor. This was all because of John Connor. And this movie just took a giant crap on him. And you know, I'm sorry. Justice for John Connor. Justice for Edward Furlong. Movies are not mandatory. Tell me, I've yelled as much as I can.
When I was prepping for the film,
Shut up, Brie. Shut up, Brie Larson. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. You know, I'm leaving that flub in. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!